We are here at Sun and Fun. I'm Dan Johnson talking with James Weeby, who has yet another design that we had to come by and look at. Seems like every show we go to, you got something new. How many designs have you done so far?
I have done 3 so far.
So 3 designs, James. Run through them for me. Tell me the
Sure.
design history here.
The very first design that we did was the Superlight. Superlight, and that was the steel fuselage, and for all practical purposes, it was a clone of the Kit Fox Lite. So we didn't do a whole lot of engineering.
Which is really where you started the game.
Yeah, we got some tooling. It was used to make a Kit Fox Lite, and that's how we got into the ball game.
Okay. Then what?
Then we did the thing that's called an Ultra Cub, which has been out now. I think we showed it first 2 years ago.
Okay.
Believe it or not, that was our aluminum airplane. Ultra Cub is cool. We wanted to go to aluminum. We wanted to get rid of the welding. We wanted to make it easier to build. We wanted to reduce costs and time, and it met the objectives.
Okay, that was Ultra Cub.
Yep.
Okay.
We like that a lot,
and now what?
And we still like the Ultra Cub.
You're still doing that one?
I don't have enough to do, so. We designed a new airplane that we call the ProCub Lite.
ProCub Lite. Okay, got it.
That's right.
And that's what we're standing in front of here.
Yeah, we're in front of a ProCub Lite. Now, it does share a lot in common with the Ultra Cub.
Such as?
The cabin is identical.
Okay.
So if you get an Ultra
with
Cub,
that aluminum,
all the aluminum,
lightning holes and everything in it?
Yeah, it's the same cabin.
Okay.
But what we did was we changed the rear fuselage, the tail feathers, and the wing, and we've introduced a new common engine option to all of our aircraft.
Okay. So, and is that the one we're looking at right here?
Yeah.
And what is this?
This is a Polini. It's we call it the Italian job from Italy. It is a single cylinder. It's got several very interesting features. First of all, water cooled.
Okay.
So there's the radiator.
Okay.
Second of all, like all good aircraft engines, it's dual ignition.
Okay.
And we check each ignition just like you'd expect. Third, geared, not belt reduction.
Okay.
Gear reduction in oil. We like that.
With a very modestly sized gearbox.
Yeah. So lightweight.
Yeah, it looks really light.
I'm forgetting one here. Oh, one of the best. Internally counterbalanced. It's got counterbalancing built into the design.
Because it's a single cylinder, is it not?
Yeah. I tell you, it's the smoothest 2-stroke, and even in some respects 4-stroke engine I've flown behind.
Is that right?
It's smoother than any. It's a smooth engine. Let's just leave it at that.
And electric start as well?
Of course.
Yeah.
And it's got a pull start hidden there.
You're
running battery.
If you had to pull start it?
Thought about pulling that off, but we left it on. Yeah, electric start. It's quiet.
And how much power does it put out?
Well, it's a little powerhouse. It puts out 36.5 horsepower.
No kidding, really?
Out of 250 cc's.
Wow.
I know.
And what kind of RPM is it doing then?
75 to 7,800.
Okay, so they're getting that by juicing up the revs a little bit.
And I think we're running around 2.8. That's a guess. Around 2.8 to 1 on the redrive.
Okay.
Which gets it down to real usable speeds. And I wish I could show you the takeoff performance. I hope you catch it. It's really pretty phenomenal.
Is that right?
It's a jackrabbit.
Well, this may be a new engine for you, James, but I've seen this brand, the Polini brand, on powered paragliders and aircraft, very light aircraft like that.
Yeah. Polini
but I've never seen it installed, I don't think, on a fixed wing.
I had never heard of them. I ran into them a year ago when I went to Germany, to Friedrichshafen, and they had this beautiful line of engines on display stands. Talked to them and discovered the history, went to the website, discovered that they are very strong in markets that we don't touch, like powered paragliders. Big brand there. They're strong in motor scooters and karting. I mean, they're just using stuff that we don't see in airplanes. But they were really eager to see their engine put on an airplane. Apparently, I'm about the first guy in the country who's done it. So they've been using them in pusher applications. And the radiator, as an example, more than enough cooling because they've designed it for a slower application.
Oh yeah, sure, I see.
Yeah, so it was exciting to run into them. I saw this engine first a year ago, and here it is 1 year later, and it finally made it here.
You're a busy guy, as you said. So let's look at the. Now we've talked about the engine a little bit. It's a cool little engine. Looks very, very light, and that's a lot of power out of such a light and small engine with all those features you just described. Let's talk a little bit more about the airplane.
Yeah.
You said one of the big changes now is the wing. Yeah. What's different about the wing?
The wing is constructed from foam, CNC cut foam, so that you look at
the whole one.
The entire wing is a foam wing with carbon fiber or aluminum spars, and as a result, there's no rivets.
Yeah.
And it's smooth. I mean, have you ever seen a laminar flow airplane
Yeah.
in an ultralight? No, you haven't.
No.
And this isn't it, but we sure wish. So we were able to do that. It's just with the CNC machine, we were able to cut so much weight out of it. We couldn't do a foam wing if you couldn't machine out the
Yeah,
foam.
yeah, sure, right.
So the foam essentially is not structural, and it's really
It's just
cool.
shape.
It's shape interspersed with relatively traditional aluminum ribs that are sandwiched, but it is 100% foam from the root to the tip.
Okay, but so if it's sandwiched, is it pieces of foam?
2-inch pieces of foam.
2-inch pieces
with
of
a little
foam.
bit of half.
Ah, I see, okay.
So foam, 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 all the way out to the tip.
And foam rib, foam
yeah, like
rib?
5 ribs of foam followed by an aluminum rib in the sandwich.
Okay.
All the way out to the tip.
Wow.
So.
And what kind of weight savings did that help over a conventionally built wing?
None. There's no weight savings by going to foam.
Okay.
There's no weight loss either. But we get a real benefit in terms of build time, appearance, and aerodynamics.
Okay. I think I'm seeing more foam here.
Yes, you are seeing more foam.
All right, tell me about it.
Below the line, this is CNC cut foam. You can see all the lightning that's come out of here.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
can't
Okay.
well see, but
It
you
may be
can
hard
feel.
for the camera to see, but
Yeah, there's a channel, and this channel's got carbon fiber in it, and there's carbon fiber carbon fiber rod on all 4 corners.
okay.
So this has all been glued,
So that's a
bonded,
structural
and wrapped.
aspect of this tail
The
cone.
loads are carried by the carbon fiber or aluminum, either way you want to go. So you end up with construction. This is light, and then as we convert back over here, this is more foam.
Okay,
This is
foam
just
again.
a great big sheet of foam that's been CNC cut. You can barely see the lightning holes. What we did here is we simply routed it out with a router and reinforced this with a little bit of carbon fiber.
Okay, that's the part I'm seeing
Yep.
up above the surface.
And then here, there's an aluminum spar that you can't see, but it's buried in there. And this is a continuous aluminum spar. And of course, the elevator's continuous aluminum spar. These really are light. Like this thing right here, the whole weight of it.
Yeah, here's a good view of it there where you can see the structure inside.
It's about a 2-pound part for the whole thing.
Is that right? Wow. So back here, it sounds like what you're saying is the combination of foam and carbon is like
It's a winner. It's absolutely a winner. We were able to do it in a way that, because we had fabric covering,
right.
we knew we could cut it and channel it. We just used the foam to create shape, and we used the carbon fiber or the aluminum tubing to create a true load-bearing structure. And that allowed us to get rid of rivets, made it easier to cover. It's all foam. You just glue on the Dacron and stretch it.
Right.
And it looks beautiful quickly. The turtle deck is also foam. This is, although it's hollow, these are solid planks of foam.
Okay.
So we have the formers that are cut to the right shape. This is super easy to put together. You put it all together and glue it. There's like 6 pieces of foam that glue together. Sand the edge, cover it, done. By doing this.
And what does this translate to in builder time invested?
We still estimate 500 hours.
Okay.
We've been giving that estimate now continuously for the last 3 years.
So talk to me about the panel here.
Okay, this is a fun panel. We had a point to prove, which is you can do a really cool panel in an ultralight. There it is. What's our part of it? Our part of it lives over here. This is an airspeed indicator that any pilot, especially that need to be real honest, older pilots with aging eyes.
You can't miss that.
It's the biggest airspeed indicator. We've got 2 ranges, ultralight range and up to 140 knots.
Okay.
Which covers probably 70 to 80% of the experimental market.
Sure.
It's our standard turn coordinator, the new digital altimeter that you looked at last year.
You're right, right.
A G meter, sorry it's not turned on, and then a standard engine gauge. Which in this case, look here, we've got water temperature.
Ah, okay.
That's a real
Ah, yeah, right.
So we're looking
because
at,
you've got an engine now that's liquid cooled. So
liquid cooled, and so this is the new story here. This new airspeed indicator.
yeah, I like that. That's a nice big indication. A quick glance at it and get something. What's that showing me over there?
This is set up as a fuel gauge, and I don't have any function installed there at all.
Okay.
We've got quite a few options for what you can do with these two.
Okay.
So dual fuel gauge is a good example.
Okay.
Where
is the fuel source in this airplane?
I'm sitting on it.
Okay.
I've got a seat tank in it that we designed and built ourselves. Behind my back, it's a carbon fiber tank. It weighs about 4 pounds.
Okay. Holding how much?
It holds 5 gallons.
5 gallons, just like it should in an ultralight tank. Great. Okay, so the iPad, of course, we know what that can do. You're using just the iPad's own internal GPS?
Yeah, this is just done. We bought the dock. We wanted to hook it up and show how to do, glass navigation in ultralight.
And so you can just pop that thing out, I'm guessing, with this
Yeah.
up here, and take it out and watch movies and check email.
You got it.
All right.
Yeah, it's all set up on cellular coverage, so you can update charts. And yeah, it's your computer. Do with it as you wish.
Do with it as you like.
By the way, if you buy the plane, the iPad's not included.
Well, Apple gets a couple of more bucks out of the deal somewhere then, so
there
that's
you
good.
go. Yep.
All right. Well, that's a lot of information about the new ProCub Lite from Lite Aviation, Lite Aircraft, excuse me. I think that's also the web address. Is that where we should go to get even more information?
Belite, B-E-L-I-T-E, beliteaircraft.com.
All right. And will that also lead to your instrument website?
Yes, it will.
Okay, so we can get all that information. We've done lots of videos with you already, and we have some other information and lots of other aircraft available on bydanjohnson.com or bydanjohnson.com. Thanks a lot for joining James and I here at Sun and Fun.
Incoming now, looks like Iran's. No, I'm sorry, that's the D-Light that took off a few moments earlier. That narrow fuselage reminded me of some of the tandem seating Rams we've seen. I'm distracted here with young Miss Deanna Luck and compare adrenaline. Pretty girls and airplanes in blue Florida skies.